there, everybody. Terry here. And as I'm driving along, there was this beautiful fall foliage, and we'll see if it comes back. I don't know what happened to it. Now we're just into foliage. Anyhow, I thought I'd talk with you on a couple of points on people are always worried, and with good. What size vehicle should I get? There's some orange. There's some pretty orange right there. What size vehicle should I get? You know, they don't want to get anything too small, anything too big. Gas mileage is a consideration. Yeah, there's so many things about what makes a vehicle perfect for you. And do I have any experience in this? Yes, I do. I have lived for a couple of years in a Prius. I lived for 12 years in a Greyhound bus. I had a wide body, 22-foot RV, which I loved. It was called a Brome, but it's similar to a Rialta. I have, of course, Sparkles, my minivan. I had a VW pop-up bus. Can we tell I'm a little older than a lot of people? I've had a lot of vehicles I either lived in or traveled in, and loved them all. You know, the Prius I really love. Why? It was great for going places and got 54 miles to the gallon. You can't beat that. And I love the Prius because it had ready mode, which means like at nighttime, if I want the air conditioner on, I just pop it in ready mode. And what it is so the car is completely off. The air conditioner will run off the hybrid batteries, and then somewhere in between 20 to 40 minutes, depends on the Prius, and all this depends on how long. And I always suggest, you know, take a Prius for a test drive. It will turn the engine on for a couple of minutes and recharge the hybrid batteries, so you can continue sleeping with the air conditioning on. I like that. The only thing I haven't bought, but I've driven around in a lot, is a RAV4. I like them. I think they're the best compromise between a minivan like this and a Prius. My sister is thinking about getting like a 22-foot schoolie, and I hope she does. Schoolies are a totally different animal. I do keep up on the schoolie blogs. You know, they're not that difficult to insure. You just got to find the right company that'll insure it. But the good thing about schoolies is wide bodies, you know, and you can stand up in them. Yeah, so I like that. I'm not sure whether they're diesel pushers or not. You know, there could be some are, some aren't. Yeah, but the only thing is you will get worse gas mileage than I get in my Sienna. On the East Coast in my Sienna, I get 28 miles per gallon. Why? Because all the seats are pulled, all the heavy railings are pulled, the tracks that the seats are mounted on, and my cabinets are made out of plastic, and they're cabinets, but they're full of like sweaters and clothes and nothing too heavy there. So basically I took out, what, 500 pounds or more and replaced it with maybe 50 pounds of stuff. Coffee up. I wish I had coffee. I wish I did. So yeah, I do like schoolies, but with a schoolie, it's not good for stealth camping, but I met a lot of people that go and camp, and they just park their schoolies over at night at Planet Fitness. I saw a few over at Home Depot. Of course, Walmart camping is always open, Cracker Barrel, but not stealth camping. I don't think you can be very stealthy in a schoolie. This minivan, you know, Sparkles. In the wintertime, it's Fort Sparkles. I love this minivan. I love the gas mileage I get. I love the fact that it's almost finished out. I am going to put in a little bit of a flooring back there. That'll be nice. I wish, you know, I wish it was a hybrid, but I've already invested a lot of money into this, and yeah, I don't want to trade it in for a hybrid. I do have to think long and hard about that. You know, basically, I think I can turn this in for a RAV4, but then I'm going to sacrifice size, you know. But then with the RAV4 hybrid, I would get 40 miles per gallon. So, you know, it's give and take. It really is give and take. So, gas mileage is one of the biggest things to figure out, on what type of vehicle. My other thing is, if you're good, you're mechanically inclined, a schoolie, not a problem. An older vehicle, not a problem. It's a lot cheaper to get into, but maintenance, that's my thing. I just want to pull my van into Toyota and say, please fix it. It's driving me nuts, and they will fix it. I'm just grateful I don't have to do that too often. Now, Toyotas, did I say Prius or Toyota? I meant Toyotas. I love the brand. Sort of love Toyotas. But yeah, Toyotas will go and go and go and go. So that's one of the things I do enjoy about a Toyota. But let's see, what else is there to talk about? I did love traveling around the country in the 40-foot bus. I think it got 8 miles to the gallon. So it wasn't great gas mileage, but how many miles per gallon does your house get, right? So yeah, it was nice. And the other thing, there's a few things to consider on vehicles. It's like, are you going to be traveling with a partner? I don't think Mr. Louie and I could do it in one of our vans. I don't think so. I mean, we're compatible, but we just need our space. But maybe you can drive around in the van and you're into tent camping, or one of you can be in the tent and the other one be in the van. I like that idea. I'm not a big tent camper. I like going into bear country sometime, and I don't want to be a bear-ito. Yeah, don't want to be one of those. But yeah, that's a different style of driving, is having the Prius. I did drive around with a tent, my big clam tent, which I really enjoyed, because going out on BLM land, National Forest land, you'll just open the tent and you can bird watch or elk watch, or watch all the nature unfold. It was really nice. And I could get my clam in the Prius, so that was nice. Mr. Noisy Truck, you're annoying me. And I hope I'm getting some good shots of foliage. Yeah, is tent camping part of the plan? The other thing is, considering whether or not you're solo or two people, that's a big contention on what kind of vehicle do you want to do. There's so many ways to get out there and go camping. Cabin rentals, hotels can be cheap. Most of America isn't expensive. It really isn't. The other thing is do you have health issues? A lot of people have bad backs or health issues, and they're not suited for van life, not at all. So maybe you want a big van, and it can carry around your clothes, your medical equipment, your food, and then you go to hotels. Uh-oh, multi-window has closed. All right. What's funny, some more things to consider is, like, I go through seasons. It can be really hot when I'm driving. Well, I guess it means that I'm out for months and months at a time. So it's like I have to have my summer wear, my bathing suit, all the way up to really heavy coats. Tonight, I think it's going to be in the 40s, low 40s tonight. So I got to be prepared for all sorts of weather. So I got to bring a lot of stuff. And the other thing to consider, now this is just me. Okay, so I was living in a Prius, and then the coup hit, and there was no food, no toilet paper on the shelves. And a Prius is great, but it can't carry a lot of stuff. So right now I'm carrying months worth of food, months and months worth of food, just in case anything crazy happens. That's my fears, that's my worries. I'm also, let's see, I have a huge solar oven in here, a smaller solar oven, all of my mini products, well, the mini noodle cooker, the mini rice cooker, a couple of percolators, so a lot of different ways to cook, my butane stove. I'm sure I'm missing 2 or 3 of them. Yeah, I am missing 2 or 3 of them. Why? Because what if something crazy happens? The aliens come down, right? Some of it, it's like, if stores are closed, where am I going to get butane at? I don't like eating food cold from the cans. I don't like doing that. So that's why the solar cookers. Yeah, so it depends, how trusting are you? And me, not very trusting, not at all. Because I lived through the I know you lived through the craziness, but I was traveling at the time. So I saw how different states reacted to it. And, I'm not saying anything about how many people got sick or anything. I'm just saying that, in Utah, there was a lot of freedom. And in California, it was lock yourself in Los Angeles. You seclude yourself in your house. Don't go to the beach or park, which I consider healthy activities to do. Or if they saw you at the park, you would get written up for a ticket. I mean, that little craziness, it's like, I'm out of there. I was so out of there. And I was happy I made my way up to Utah. So, yeah, there's so many things to consider on what size vehicle you want. Yeah, there really is. How many people, medical problems. And some people may say, like, well, I'm a bigger person, Terry. You're a twig. Of course you could have been in a Prius. I've known a lot of people that weighed 200, 250 pounds that love living in a Prius. They would never live in a minivan like this. I think I have a friend, right now she's in a RAV4. She's like 5 foot tall, 200, 225 pounds, and she has a 50-pound dog living in a RAV4. To each their own, really. If it meets their needs, then it meets their needs. And I think she's also smart. She has like the clam tent. So, she just sleeps in her RAV4, gets great gas mileage, and puts up the tent, for day use. Because I know she works out in the middle of nowhere. Oh my gosh, I hope you're seeing these trees. These are beautiful. She works remotely is what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, it's up to you. Basically, how much crap do you want to bring with? How much medical equipment do you need? And you know what? If you have any questions, maybe I know something. Maybe I do. Or you have an idea, write it in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. All right, I will see you down the road, and I hope you really did enjoy this beautiful drive of fall foliage.